In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing on aesthetic absorptions and deepening our curiosities through engaging the aesthetic, savory, flavory elements that we perceive through the component parts and processes of our direct perception. As we don't necessarily see all things, we have a unified experience of consciousness in which there are many different workable working parts that are in the process of absorbing information, yet we only tend to ascertain and develop meaningful meanings regarding specific component parts and processes in which we engage our development of our primary emotion of interest and surprise that develop into curiosity and explorations of the surrounding environment as we develop more aesthetic absorptions that engage our deeper love for learning, deepening the categoricals of meaning through the processes of absorption, allowing us to become more perceptive as only we try to be able to develop our perspectival processes or our imaginal processes through trying a different angle. Say, upon that intermission walk to the forest trails that you may have on some situations during the weather conditions that are different, taken the meaningfully similar path, yet on others a different trail pops up where you have a centralizing route, or some days you might do things differently and take a completely different pathway on the route to where you might have walked quite a few times, coming to more masterful knowledge of the surrounding environment external to the self, yet near to the self, far in distances, in which meaning develops and is cultivated through these navigations, not just within the mind and body, but which the self engages the external world from their internal world. And on the going back to it in meaningful memories of our aesthetic experiences, we can cultivate ideas and draw out, engaging in a different direct perception process of the imaginal, in which we can recreate the contours of mind onto a page with many Crayola colors that we can take with crayons and draw and create with color plexes of the imaginal and perspectival, the beauty that exists within the world, and engaging those meaningful properties, not just the existing properties, as many existing properties are irrelevant, as once again, we don't necessarily take to each existing property, even though we have a unified experience. Some existing properties are more meaningful, and they stand out more in our minds. They're more salient. We develop a deeper acuity of meaning, as in a sharp perspectival depth with higher quality detail that engages that well-defined, higher quality, detailed, meaningful information processes that allow us to be able to develop the infrastructuring of our dynamical mind in association with the meaningful information that we're processing through our absorptions, as we're engaging not just the intellect, but the creative capacities of the imaginal and the imaginative that expands the intellect with the expanders of mind, body, and self into the developmental acepçãodades. And that's all I want to say for this video. Hope you have an awesome one developing those acepçãodades.